Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. So, I must say, today might have provided me some conflicting information. So, today was December 12th, and then I mainly tried to use the DXY as a confluence when trading the NASDAQ or the QQQ ETF. The NASDAQ ETF is the same as the QQQ. So, I use how the dollar is moving as the indicator as to what the NASDAQ might do. But funny enough, today I saw the Nasdaq move up while even the dollar had a move up. So I find that kind of interesting because usually when the dollar goes up, the Nasdaq goes down. So the dollar definitely went up today. I placed my trade to the sell side on the Nasdaq, and we have the Nasdaq closing green from the open around here. So this was the Nasdaq open, right? And then on the dollar around 9, you have a big red candle. And what I was playing it from today, what I entered a trade from today was this level here. So basically I saw it rejecting at this point. I knew that the dollar was finding some level of support here and going to trend up. But with that play, I decided to go negative on the Nasdaq, thinking that's like a no-brainer. If the dollar is going up, the Nasdaq should go down. Well, that didn't play out today, but I'll show you where I entered and exited. And then I also had a hype play today. It was like a news stock that moved off catalyst, and I'll show you the exact catalyst and how the stock reacted to it. All right, so the first trade was a QQQ. This time is wrong because yesterday was Sunday, so today is Monday, December 12th, right? So you -5 from this to get when I opened the trade. So I had strong conviction with the trade. I'm seeing the dollar find a level of support here. So I'm deciding automatically I'm going to go short. I'm going to go short with here as my support level, or a little bit over. So I had my stop loss level around there, and then as soon as it wicked up, that's what kind of knocked me out. But as you can see, I had a $30 stop loss, $32 stop loss. So that was the max I could lose from this trade, and that was I was intentional with that. I want to only lose a small amount when I'm making any amount of trades. So I kept that, and then the trade closed 4 hours later, which is what, 1 o'clock. Yeah, so this is on the 1 o'clock candle. So I'll show you exactly what happened here. So I entered for the sell side at 282.17, 282.17, 282.17, 282.17. So right there is where I entered to the downside, but then it did not go my way, but I had a stop loss. And I want to say, always place your stop loss. Like, always place a stop loss, because the market can do anything. You're human, you can be wrong. So it's best to know your risk even before you think about your reward. That's what I'm seeing from my experiences. So know your risk even before you get into the trade, even before you think about how much money you can make, think about how much you can lose, and then you try to like make the trade more quality. So you try to get some things together that can tell you, okay, this trade has a higher probability of working, right? And then you play it in your favor. And I also see a strategy where I'll explain it for the next hype stock. But basically, I entered from the sell side here, got knocked out here when the QQQ started to go against me, above a previous resistance line here, and then it break with strength at this point, and then that was it. I didn't try to chase it or run it down for the rest of the day. But it's important to note that, because the dollar did close a bit higher today, while the QQQ, the dollar and the QQQ are almost identical. as you can see. But tomorrow is different, so that's the thing, because the dollar and the QQQ can be reacting to more CPI data and stuff like that, or just people preparing for CPI. So I'm gonna like watch it more and see how it happens when there's not a large catalyst surrounding the index. Yeah, when there's not a large catalyst going to affect the index or a stock or anything like that. So the next one is PBF, and this is a energy company, and then I'll just show you the exact news, and then I'll show you how they reacted to it. So PBF Energy on Monday said its board approved the repurchase of up to $500 million worth of common stock. So basically, that's a lot of buying pressure coming from within the company, and sometimes people try to front run it, and sometimes it can be the company actually executing the buys. So basically what they're saying is they're gonna buy 500 million worth of their own shares. I mean, that has to have some effect on the stock price, but as soon as that news was released, you can see a large green candle here. That can be people trying to front run it because they know that the news was coming out, and then it still even continued. So what I did was I probably entered a little late, or who knows, but as you can see, 16. So you minus 5 from this, that's 11. And these are 1 hour candles. So you go to 11. This is the 11 o'clock candle, and I entered at 34.78. So I even caught it pretty late, but I kept the risk to where I generally do it, because I'm trying to work on the strategy more than trying to hit a big home run all the time. I'm trying to focus on seeing what I'm trading and finding something that can be repeated over and over and over and over again. So that's what I'm more focused on. So I'm trying to build the strategy and skill set, and not trying to win like all types of home runs. That won't benefit me in the long run. The long run will benefit me when I have the skill set and I can just use that from anywhere I want. So I have to basically zoom it out to get it more accurately. So I entered one share to test, because if you remember when I traded the weed ETF, there was a lot of, what you call it, there was a high spread. So I got filled at a very bad price because not a lot of people were trading it. So I decided, okay, let me fill one to see what kind of price they're giving me before even entering this for a trade. And as the trade progressed, so I had 30 shares at this point. As the trade progressed, what I did was actually move my stop loss to around here. So when I moved my stop loss to around there, I couldn't lose anything out of the trade. I could only make $8, and that would have been 100% sure money for me there. If it decided to come back down, it would have filled me at a sure $8, and I would have left. So basically that was it. It continued to play up today, and I just let it run and run until around the close of the market, which is this candle. I closed at what, 35.82. So 35.82 is where I got closed out at, and just locked in some profits. There's a possibility that this can run tomorrow, but just showing you how news can affect stocks, and you can probably just play that, because I only use 30 shares, right? I could have went higher with the shares and risk more and possibly have 100% trade here based off that, but I'm just testing it more to build the skill set, build the strategy. So that's basically it for today. Today is December 12th, guys, and yeah, thank you if you actually watched this to the end of this video. Hope that I'm actually providing you some sort of value, and I'm hoping that my skill set is improving every single day to the point where I can give you back all of the value that I've gained from just practicing and trying and failing and winning and just going for it. that's basically it, guys, and I'll just see you in the next video tomorrow.